Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce, TWB. Welcome to the channel. It's the big show, 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about what's happening in the cruise world, what's going on out there, travel, all that kind of stuff. I want to hear what you have to say about travel. What are you thinking? Is your cruise going to happen? What cruise are you on first? What's your first cruise? Tell me, what's your first cruise? When is it? Where are you going? What ship are you on? And is it going to happen or not? I sure hope so. I'd also like to know if you want to tell us, are you going on a credit? Are you using your past credit to take this first cruise? Were you able to utilize the full credit to pay for the entire cruise, or did it cost you more? Did you have to come up with extra cash? Be kind of curious to hear about this. I know some of you were given bonuses to keep your money with the cruise line. I'm kind of wanting to know whether or not you got enough of a bonus to cover the possible price increases. Are there any? That kind of thing. And if you want to tell me this, did you upgrade? Were you booked before in an inside and now you moved up to a balcony, or were you in a balcony, partial obscured view, but now you have a larger? You tell me. Tell me all about that if you can. If you want to, I'd love to know. And we'll talk about that on this show as well. Welcome, one and all, from around the world to Traveling with Bruce. It is July the 19th. It is Monday, July the 19th. And I'm glad you could make it with us today. If you're able to give us a thumbs up on this show, please hit that thumbs up button and help us grow our following. That would be absolutely fantastic. I'm so glad you are here. We have viewers from around the world who watch this channel, and I appreciate you catching up with me. Hi, Brian. Hi, Bruce. Long time no see, says Sharon, who was just with me a few minutes ago on the sponsor member show that we do 1 hour before this show. Every Monday night at 7 Eastern time, I go live with the folks who have the logos beside their names. They're sponsor members of this channel. And we hang out every Monday night at 7 o'clock. Every Friday night at 7 o'clock, we hang out as well. But on Friday nights, I pull out the live trivia questions, and we play live trivia Friday nights at 7 o'clock Eastern time. You're welcome to join this channel and join us there. Or you can join my other channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. Become a member of that channel. You also join me Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time for live trivia, because it is a dual channel live telecast, members only for both channels. And we have a good time playing trivia over there. So welcome one, welcome all to tonight's show. I'm glad you're here. Kirk Brunson, the man, is here. Hey, Bruce. Kirk from the Big Apple is in the house. Great sponsor show like always. We always have a good time on the sponsor show. We talk about whatever we want to talk about. It doesn't have to be about cruising, although we do talk about cruising. We talk about it all, and it's always a good time. Ken is here. Ken, welcome from Saginaw, Michigan. Also, is your lovely wife here as well, Ken and Janet, I believe. The temperature 82 degrees over there. Gas $3.26 a gallon. The atmosphere is hazy from smoke from the fires in the west. You can actually smell the smoke. J and K. Yeah, Janet. I'll tell you, Janet and Ken. Here we are very close to the fires. They are, in some cases, we have one that's about 50 miles, not maybe 30 miles from us. It's not a danger to us, by the way, but there's one in the fort. But up north of us and south of us, there are forest fires all over the place, and we are, also, we got the smoke. The reality, though, is the smoke does rise. Obviously, it rises up in the atmosphere, gets caught in a jet stream, and travels thousands of miles. It's absolutely stunning, and it just shows you just how much is burning, just how much of these forests is burning. If the smoke is, if you can taste the smoke, if you can actually figure out the taste of it in Michigan from out west, it shows you how much wood is burning out here. It's sad. Nikki, hi, Sharon and Kirk. How you doing? Sharon, hi, Nikki and Kirk. Brittany Anderson is here. Hi, Bruce. All you have some competition for me right now, Bruce. There's somebody else I watch at 6 o'clock Central Time too. So you've got some competition now for my attention. That's interesting. Mrs. Anderson, I welcome you to the channel, and I hope you enjoy yourself here. And as always, it's nice to have you in the house. I love it. Jeannie, hey, Bruce, Bill, and Jeannie here from East Tennessee for the big show. We love you, and we love you too, guys. Thank you for being with me again tonight. Brittany, not giving out channel names. It's all right. Brittany, it's all cool. It can all be under It can all be on the QT. It's all good with me. Colleen says, hello, everybody. How are you, Colleen? Welcome. KG King Starsky is here. I'm going on the MSC ship, September the 18th. That's when I'm going on ship. The Meraviglia, that's where I'm going. Bullcraft Max is saying, Bruce, how you doing? Welcome. Kelly Haston is here. Hello, TWB. Hello, Miss Kelly Haston. How are you today? Nice to see you. Sharon, in theory, we have a running cruise on Pride of America in February, but I'm not sure if it's going to happen. We'll be on the Oysters of the Seas next July, God willing for that. Let's hope so. Fitzroy Phillip is saying hello to all of us from beautiful Grenada. Welcome, Fitzroy Phillip. All the best to you. Hope all is going home well for you down in Grenada. MG LA is shutting down again. The intensive care units of hospitals are filling up. Keep hunkered down. Only cruise when it is safe. How about that? Nikki, Rhone River Cruise on the Viking Beauty in October is my next cruise. Caribbean on Sky Princess in November. That's my next cruise there. Oh, this is going to be nice. Ann Rogers, is the smoke from the fires bad where you are? Yes and no. Yesterday, clear blue sky. Gorgeous. Phenomenal views for the mountains all around us. It was just gorgeous. But we went out on Saturday, Jen and I. We also had a clear day Saturday. And in the afternoon, after I did my live class on my other channel, we went for a drive to go to Timmy Hortons. And we were driving north along this one roadway. And the mountains are all along this the west side of this valley that we live along. And way up, I could see smoke just billowing up. Really active, bubbling, that the smoke where it's just turning over itself. You know what I'm talking about? That whole thing. It was just a huge plume. And there was a fire going up the mountain. It was on the mountainside. And it was just burning up everything up there. But it wasn't anywhere near any human beings at that point in time. But that's the first fire we saw. But we today are socked in. We're socked in with smoke, likely because the jet streams have shifted and the winds have shifted. And so we're having smoke brought into us. So it all depends on the wind direction. Here, if it comes from the right area, we get clear sky, clear air. But if it's, from the north down, and it's smoke. Bullcraft Max, so glad I am fully vaccinated. So glad I don't have to worry about the Delta variant since I'm protected from because of the vaccine. I hope more and more countries get access to it. People need it. I agree with you 100%. Kirk, Kajai, I'm going to on the American Valley August the 2nd. Going to be on that ship. My biggest issue is insurance since I'm a Canadian, and this has been an issue. Fitzroy, gas prices in Grenada are $7 US a gallon. What you don't drive in Grenada are 350 cubic inch dual carburetor Corvettes. You don't blow 8 miles to the gallon on down there. You drive very fuel efficient vehicles, I would imagine. Here in Creston, Crestonia, we're at about 450 US a gallon is what we think we are here. Bullcraft, Bruce, have you ever stayed at the Grand Hyatt? I did when I went to Tokyo. It was such an amazing hotel. I don't know if I've ever stayed at a Grand Hyatt. I have stayed in a Four Seasons. I've stayed in the Royal York Hotel in downtown Toronto. I've stayed at the Palliser in downtown Calgary. Nice hotels. Fairmont Properties, really nice. I've been in Hyatts. I've been in Hiltons. I've been in Westins over the years of all the traveling I've done. Then one of the nicest hotels I've ever stayed in with Jennifer actually was in 1986. We went to Vancouver for a weekend together. I was a stock brokerage guy at that time. I was a branch manager of a brokerage firm. Went in on a Friday morning with Jennifer, and I did some Friday afternoon meetings at work, and then I had the rest of the weekend off. And we stayed at the Bayshore Hotel, the Westin Bayshore Hotel in downtown Vancouver, right across from Stanley Park. The yacht club is just over there. The park was over there. We were watching seaplanes land and take off in the harbor in downtown Vancouver. Downtown Vancouver was just over there. Fab. It had a Trader Vic's. Wonderful. We really enjoyed ourselves. And we went and saw Expo 86 for the, I think it was the Saturday. That Saturday, we went and explored Expo 86, the World Exposition was held in Vancouver at that time.
And it was one of those times we went to see the first time we saw Indiana Jones
Oh my!
and the Raiders of the Lost Ark.
It might have been the Friday night. The Friday night was opening night for this brand new movie called Indiana Jones. What's the full name of that movie?
And the Raiders of the
Yeah,
Lost
Raiders of the Lost. Yeah, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark. And I had heard rumors of the movie, but in those days we didn't have this. We didn't have all these movie premiere shows on TV. So we just heard some scuttlebutt about this neat movie. So we thought we'd take a chance. And we knew it was the same guy that played Han Solo in Star Wars. It was that guy, right? Harrison Ford. So we paid our money, went in, got some popcorn, sat down, and the movie starts, and it's these guys walking through the jungle, and the one guy, this dart shows up on this tree, and the guy's all afraid of the dart, and it's all kind of spooky music, and then these guys go in this cave. Two guys go in this cave, and they have to go over this divide, this gape, and they use a whip to whip over. And then the guy with the hat, Harrison Ford, comes up to the gold shiny thing, and grabs some sand and puts it in a bag, and then he lifts up the gold statue at the same time. He puts the sandbag on top of it, and he's looking at it, and he's feeling pretty good about himself. And he's smiling, and all of a sudden, something's happening. There's all kinds of activity, and all of a sudden everything starts to shake like an earthquake, and he just boots it the heck out of there, and all these darts are flying to try to get him, and then he's running along, and then he loses his whip, and somehow he has to jump over this divide, and he makes it up, and then a giant ball comes rolling. I was just thinking, what an opening to a movie, I'll tell you. Snakes, I hate snakes. From then on, we just enjoyed that movie, every second of that movie. This is hilarious. This is fantastic. Such a great comedy and so much fun and action. Oh, my God. We loved it. We loved it. So that was the first time we saw Indiana Jones. That was a great weekend. Anyway, James, we used the bonus to upgrade our rooms. It was only for a guaranteed balcony and a guaranteed ocean view on Freedom of the Seas. We ended up with an aft balcony, 10, and a panoramic ocean view on 12. Now you're talking. Yes, that is excellent, James. Love that story. Apt lady for you. Hello from Tampa Bay. It's hot here. 87 this evening. We're about 90 today for the high. But welcome. Hi, Bruce and TWB. Welcome, Rob Slevin. Amy is here. Hi, Bruce, from another Melbourne winter lockdown. Hello, Amy Schultz. And man, they are never going to end, are they? When will it ever stop? Kit Kat, temperature in Massachusetts, 73 degrees. Gas at Costco, $2.79. Very acceptable. Or Super Robert Willis. Hi, Bruce. Good to see you having a heat wave here in London. Are you having a heat wave? We were supposed to go to 99 Fahrenheit today, but we ended up at 90 because of the smoke in the air blocked the sun from reaching the ground in its full intensity. So we got a bit of a break there. Brittany, I am getting ready for some company. Not my mom this time, but a sibling. Right on, Brittany. And say hi to your mom, by the way. Amicus Rose. Bruce is Kung Fu. Kevin Chapman. Hello, Bruce and Jen. Had a great launch at Fateful Infraction. Made it to number 38 on Amazon Top 100 in football category. Thanks for your support. There it is right there. Hang on a second. Check this out. Check it out. Oh, my God. Look what I got in the mail right here. Fateful Infraction. I got it right here.
I'm reading it on my Kindle.
Jennifer has it on her Kindle, and she's reading it on her Kindle. This is a Mike Stoneman thriller by Kevin G. Chapman. The name right here. That guy right there. There he is. That's the guy. That's the guy. Thank you, Kevin, for sending me this copy. It's right here, kids. It takes place. It's a football. It's a murder mystery. Oh, you got Jets. You got to check it out. You can pick that book up on Amazon either as a paperback, or you can order it as a Kindle or as an ebook, I think, as well. You can get it as an ebook. There's several ways you can get it. Way to go, Kevin. Number 4 down, number 5 being written. It's awesome. Mike Stoneman's thriller, that's book number 4 of a Mike Stoneman thriller series. Check him out. Last one was all on a cruise ship. Nate, hi, Bruce. It's Nathan from Stock Markets with Bruce Channel. SoFi to the moon. Haha, I joke. Nate, how you, buddy? welcome tonight to the show. Nice to have you here. Bridget Leary had one cruise canceled, took the refund. Had 2 group cruises postponed, one of the 2 till next year. Booked a new Northern Lights cruise for January. Short Ascension Span says, "Hi, Bruce from London, Ontario. We have an air quality advisory because of the fires in Northern Ontario. Stay safe out there." Oh, it's burning everywhere, isn't it? Terry Gallant is here. "Hi, Bruce. Do you think cruise lines will drop the mixed vaccine policy if the FDA and CDC change their position? I am mixed and Moderna and refuse to submit to the unvaccinated protocols. Extra expenses." Terry, I'm with you. I have a Pfizer and a Moderna. I got one of each. I was supposed to get my second shot, which was supposed to be a Pfizer. They were out at the hospital. They gave me a Moderna instead, said you'll be fine. And so now I'm not able to get on a cruise ship because apparently having 2 separate vaccines, you're not vaccinated. That's what the CDC apparently is saying. We're waiting to see if that's going to stay or not, or whether that will. Jennifer's not happy. She's mumbling. Sandy, good afternoon, Bruce and TW family. Warm and sunny here in Richmond. Soon will be on my way to Redcliffe, Alberta to live with my daughter and granddaughters. Right on. Anthony Williams, "Hi, Bruce from Chicago. Go White Sox." Right on, Anthony. Way to go, buddy. I love the folks in Chicago. I love that town. I got Chicagoans all over both of my channels from that city. It's incredible. App lady for you, Kirk. "I'm jealous. Have big fun. She's a beauty. The Mirabilia, beautiful ship." Bullcraft, 99.5% of all hospital cases are from unvaccinated people.
Yeah.
So sad to this. People need to get their vaccines. I agree. Kirk, the pictures of the Mirabilia look great. I only hope the reality of it matches the videos. Bridget, Terry Gallant, Holland, and Princess are accepting mixed Moderna. There may be others. NCL is not accepting any mixes at this point. ARC, Arc Adventures. "Hey, Bruce, Andy and Andrea here. We're back from Florida. Very few palm trees here in St. Louis. Unfortunately, you are correct. I think you're right. Bruce, Bullcraft Max. Bruce, are you also wondering what year did you own a comic book store? Was that before or after you were a stockbroker?" I was a stockbroker in the 70s and the 80s, and in the 90s. Then I was in offshore. I was in offshore finance. I was a stockbroker in the Cayman Islands and an asset manager there and then I was doing that as a consultant until about 2007 or so. But I opened in that middle of that career, I took a company public, and then after I did that, I ended up owning a retail store in the Chinook Shopping Center in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And it originally was to be a sports card collectible store for sports cards, hockey, baseball, football, basketball cards. And then we added comics to the mix, and I became a comic book and sports card store. And that was 1990, 91, 92, 93, that range. And then we shut that down when the sports card craze fizzled out very quickly. We shut it down. And I've had comic books and sports cards ever since that I've been slowly selling off over the years. And as of right now, I still have about 5,000 comics left to go and about 65,000 sports cards left to go out of what once was 2.5 million sports cards and 75,000 comics. Sold many of all of those. So that's what we have. Sharon, Kim and I were at Expo 86 for our 3rd wedding anniversary. Expo 86. James Dickens, if a member of your group is unvaccinated, do all members have to wait for the test results to board? That's a good question. I'm not sure, but what I'm led to believe about the vaccinations or about the testing is that they are quick tests, like 5-10 minutes you get the results. Not going to hold things up very long if you're negative. Bullcraft Max, wow, I wish I could have said Indiana Jones at the movies. I'm such a huge fan of the series. I wish I could have seen that at the movies. Kathy, hi, Bruce. Have you been talking about the cruise stocks on your other channel as stock prices have been falling as word about the Delta variant continues? I have been, Kathy. As a matter of fact, today I spent a good 15 minutes talking about the cruise ship stocks. I usually mention them every day. I quote them every day, and I talk about them all the time. Yeah, Terry, Bridget Leary, Royal has flip-flopped on that issue regarding vaccinations. G'day, Bruce, says Lance Ross. Ark, I saw Raiders Lost Ark in its premiere night as a sneak preview. I liked it so much I saw it again the next night. I can imagine. Bullcraft, my favorite Indiana Jones is the 3rd one, The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
Sean Connery was incredible, that movie. Yeah, that was a real favorite. Number 1 and number 3 are my two. The number 2 was, Kit Kat asked, very dangerous. You go first. Bullcraft Arc Adventures. Wow, lucky I came up before I was born. Bullcraft. Yeah, you missed out, buddy. Arc Adventures. It is cool to watch it on my 4K OLED, but I love the movie theater so much. Kevin, so cool. You wrote a book. Kevin, you have your own Wikipedia page too. You have your own Wikipedia page. SLGC. Sharon, you don't know half of it. We tried to send you a copy a month ago, but Amazon lost it. We're glad you got the replacement. I hope you enjoy it. We can't wait. We're loving it. Kit Kat, Kevin Chapman, congratulations. Arc, Kevin Chapman, looking forward to the new book. Kevin, thanks, Kit Kat and Arc. Bullcraft, wow, 2 different vaccines. That is interesting. I have 2 Modernas. Connie Seravino, hi Bruce, gas $3.29 a gallon to get to go to $3.49 Sunoco, 81 degrees today. Hi Butler, PA, right on. Arc Adventures. Max couldn't agree more about the vaccine. Just get it, for God's sake. Get it. Sorry, late. What did I miss? Hi to Jen from Edward. Hi, Edward. How you doing, buddy? Hi, Jen from Edward. Sharon, Bullcraft Max. That's a different Kevin Chapman on Wikipedia. Our Kevin is Kevin G. Chapman, but he doesn't have a Wikipedia page that we know of. So take a look at his listing on Amazon. Bullcraft Max, thanks for the good wishes. I don't yet have my own Wikipedia entry, but feel free to create one. Cheers. Bullcraft, Sharon. Mets, guy, gotcha. Amy, I'm glad to see the rest of the world resuming cruises, but feels like we will never get back to cruising here in Australia. We are so behind. I'm still not eligible for the vaccine because I'm under 40. Unbelievable. Here in Canada, 12 and over, you can get vaccinated. United States, walk into any pharmacy anytime you want. And I cannot understand how Americans are not doing that. I cannot understand it. It's free. Kevin Chapman, you are welcome. So cool. Edward, did you both get the same vaccine or did you get mixed doses? I got a mixed. Jen got 2 Pfizers.
Both of yours were mRNAs.
Both are mRNAs. But, what can I say? Bullcraft, you have such a cool origin story, Bruce. You are an absolute legend. Well, okay. Remember those thumbs ups, everybody. Arc Adventures, Amy, they are finally ordering the vaccine in Australia. Are they? I think they are, but it's 40 and under, not yet. You can't get it. Only 40 and over, isn't it something? Oh my gosh. Well, it's amazing. I know in Africa there are some countries I'm hearing 1% vaccination rates so far. That's it. Scary stuff, man. Really scary stuff. All right, I got some news. A little bit of news here, a little bit of news there. Not too much. The mixed vaccine story was one of them. I was going to talk about that today, but we've gone over it already. If you've got some cruise lines will not consider you vaccinated. If you have a Moderna and a Pfizer, you're not vaccinated. CDC wins a case. They win a judgment over DeSantis, the governor of Florida. DeSantis had won a legal case in the state of Florida, and then the CDC appealed it to the Federal Court of Appeal. They overturned the Florida victory and gave it back to CDC regarding who calls the shots with respect to health coverage, vaccines, and everything else for the start and restart of cruising. Canada has lifted its cruise ship ban for cruise ships starting November. Well, I got bad news. There are no cruise ships coming to Canada in November or December or January or February or March. So in reality, yes, Canada has lifted the cruise ship ban for November, but that wipes out 2021, as we wiped out 2020 as well. Canada is talking about opening its borders to American travelers August the 9th. If you get a test in the USA 3 days or less before you get to the Canadian border and you have a negative result and you've been vaccinated, you're allowed into Canada without a 2-week mandatory quarantine at a government-mandated hotel at least $200 a night. So if you have a negative test and you've been double vaccinated, like you should be, you can come on in and you're good to go. This has not been made reciprocal as of this moment between Canada and the United States. In other words, Canadians cannot yet travel to the United States. However, We may hear from the White House or the CDC or whichever agency in the next little while that they too will allow Canadians to come into America under the same rules and conditions, perhaps. I do not know whether or not I would be allowed into the United States with two different vaccines. The CDC might say to Homeland Security, do not let in anybody with two vaccine shots. They have to have the same one each time. So Jennifer can cross the border. I can't. That might be the deal. We'll find out. We'll see how all that plays out. Time will tell. Cruise lines are still trying to get up and running. Disney is doing a test cruise right now under CDC approval or guidance and supervision. We're hearing that three more Carnival ships. That's what it is. 3 more Carnival cruise ships are going to start sailing shortly, which is September, October, apparently. September, October. We're told that, if I got my ship names right here, I have them right here. The 3 ships in September are the Carnival Glory from New Orleans, starting September the 5th. Carnival Pride from Baltimore, starting September 12th. And the Carnival Dream from Galveston, starting September 19th. Those are the 3 ships that Carnival will be starting up under the Carnival brand name. All right. CDC has raised UK travel warnings to very high because of the COVID variant outbreak, the Delta COVID variant in the UK, unfortunately. Cruise ship stocks have taken a real hit the last week or two. They've dropped off substantially because, again, of worries of the variants and other issues, including the fact that the cruise lines have to keep raising money all the time, and they keep issuing stock and bonds to keep alive, and it's not easy. What are you going to do? And it's Disney and MSC leave. Ships are leaving for CDC cruise test cruises. The MSC ship, I'm just wondering which one is it? Do they name them here? Disney Dream and the Meraviglia sailed from Miami on Friday. The Disney Dream sailed from Port Canaveral on Friday. So both of those ships are now doing test cruises. And of course, we have viewers here on this show right now who are going to be on the Meraviglia. Hopefully, and we'll see what happens on that. Okay. So there's the basic news in the cruise world. Some of the basic info for you. We're watching the restarts. Royal Caribbean started its first Alaska cruise with Serenade of the Seas. So that's the first ship to sail Alaska in 2 almost years. Carnival is adding separate non-smoking casinos on 3 of their ships, apparently. And this will eventually be a cruise ship-wide, fleet-wide eventually. But the Breeze, the Dream, and the Magic are going to go with a specific no-smoking area or casinos on their ships. I'm not sure if they're going to have both versions, smoking and non-smoking, but that seems to be the deal. We're waiting to hear how that works out. I'm sure it'll be a popular thing among non-smokers, I am sure. Carnival is insisting that over half of their ships will be sailing by this fall with all 9 brands that they have. We'll see how that works. Again, cruise lines are not, some cruise lines are not recognizing a mixed vaccine as a legitimate inoculation. So we'll see how that goes. Well, that's how it is. That's the latest on the cruise world as I see it here at this point in time. The Spirit of Adventure for Sega is getting ready to do its maiden voyage. They did a press outing, I think yesterday or today, to show off the ship. If you like Emma Cruises, if you like her channel, you may want to check out Emma's channel. She might be popping up a video today or tomorrow about that ship. I'm likely she'll do one in the next, if she hasn't done one already, she'll have one out in a couple of days. She was part of the press contingent. And congratulations to Emma. I love Emma, she's just great. Emma is now full-time. She's now a full-time YouTuber and Instagrammer and all that. She quit her day job to do this full-time, and I'm really proud of her. I told her a year ago, even 2 years ago, I said, you should quit now. You should start doing this full time now, because you just love cruising, and your viewers love you. And the more videos you make, if you have full time hours to make videos, you'll make more videos, you'll get more views, and her channel is growing nicely. And I congratulate her. She's going to be one of the largest YouTubers out there in the cruise segment, I am sure. So I'm very proud of her. I'm very happy for her. And way to go, Emma. She couldn't be in a more perfect place for cruising. The UK, yeah, you're talking about able to see all kinds of ships all the time. Absolutely. Anyway, let's see. Bullcraft. Bruce, I kind of wish I grew up in your area based on all of these stories. Laugh out loud. Dating, and the dating apps are horrible these days. Okay. James Dickens, as long as they don't require all members of a group to have the same vaccine, we're fine. Oh, I'm sure you're fine. I mean, if you got Moderna and your friend got Pfizer, you're fine. But if you got a Pfizer and a Moderna, which is what I did, I have a Pfizer and then I got a Moderna, I am not considered vaccinated because I have two different kinds of vaccinations done, apparently. And I'm bad news, I guess. I don't know. Amy, we're still only about 10% vaccinated. Hence, we are back in lockdown. We had 0 cases for months. But because the government had dropped the ball ordering vaccines, we are very behind. Unbelievable. Amy, hopefully your country can get fully vaxxed real soon. Definitely have to contain that thing and get it back, get people vaccinated. James, the big news of the day is the restart of cruises to Alaska. A new region of cruises is exciting. Ron Clark, yeah, the Canada cruise update time really shows how far out of touch they are. Well, they did this on purpose. They're very much in touch. The Canadian government did not want to officially cancel all 2021 cruises because that would look bad. So they just said, we're reopening in November. Yay! Well, those of us in the know, we know there are no cruises in November and December in Canada, so it's a bogus thing. But yeah, politicians. I feel so bad for everyone in Australia. Everyone needs the vaccine. And I hate how so many people refuse to get it. Rob, I'm curious if this means the road to Alaska may be open to through drivers. That's possible after August 9, maybe after August 9. Edward, we all need to share our money. Open the borders. Amy Bullcraft, I know it's so frustrating. Some of us really want the vaccine but still can't. But so many refusing to get it with conspiracy theories. It's just ridiculous. Michelle, hey, TWB family. I'm sorry I'm late. Hope everyone is safe and blessed. We are doing well. Welcome, my dear, to the channel tonight. I'm glad you could make it. Arc Adventures, Amy and I, and so many in the U.S. that refuse to get the vaccine. So crazy. It's just insanity. Brittany, I want to get vaccinated, but I got a strong feeling that I'm not supposed to get vaccinated because the virus at all this came to me last night in a dream. Brittany, get vaccinated right now. Jonesy, happy Monday. Short attention span says, do you think the cruise Karen video had any effect on cruise stocks? I have no idea what that video is about, so I don't know. Sharon, Kevin would love non-smoking casinos. It would be so nice to have one with clean air. I agree. Jonesy, I love Emma too. Brittany, well, at least you're relying on science. Sylvia, good evening, Sylvia. Bruce, hi there. I just heard you say because you have 2 different shots, you can't cruise or cross the border. That's not right. You didn't ask for 2 different shots. Well, that's true. And I'm thinking, I got one vaccination from one company, another one from the other. I think I have more coverage than most of you have who have the same one twice. I think I got you covered. I got you beat. But yeah, no, we'll see what happens. Time will tell. More non-smoking casinos, please. Brittany, the same thing that happened to me about my decision not to do a second Disney college program back in May. Edward, Bruce, please turn our stock market around. Need to get on more celebrity ships. I'm working on that. What's the name of Emma's channel? Emma's Cruises? Emma Cruising? What's the name of Emma's channel? Who knows? What's the name of Emma's channel? Emma, no, I can't remember. Let me just take a look for, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. I know the cruising isn't for old people. I know she goes by that handle. But I'm trying to remember the name of Emma's channel. Let's see. Emma Cruises. I think it's Emma Cruises. Hang on. EMMA. Yeah, Cruises. Yeah, Cruises. Emma Cruises. That's the one. And she's fantastic. She now has, I'll tell you, 76,000 subscribers. She passed me a few months ago, and she's growing and growing and growing with that channel of hers. I'm really proud of her. She does good work, and she loves it. She's passionate about cruising, And yeah, she's always doing videos, and she loves to go cruising and then filming it, videoing it. Yeah, just did one with her mom. Fantastic. Jonesy, I would love to meet her and ask her to say, "What an idiot!" Harry Potter reference. Okay. Sylvia, Brittany Anderson, just be safe out there and wear your mask. Right on, Bruce. Just get a second Moderna, then you'll be fully back. That's likely what might have to happen. We'll wait and see. Arc Adventures, or you could get a second Pfizer. Either one, that's true too. Agreed. Hello, Uncle B, says James. I came from your stock market with Bruce Champ. Welcome, James 92. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. We got a good crowd going here. Everyone's having a good time tonight. Jack Bauer, hey, fellow travel family. Welcome, Jack. Bullcraft, Brittany, get vaccinated tonight. Laugh out loud. No reason at all to mess around with this Delta variant. Get vaccinated. Brittany, Emma Cruises is the name of that channel. SLGC's Mets, 57 thumbs ups right now for Bruce. We only need 43 to get to 100. Can you help me out tonight? Please help me out and give us a thumbs up if you don't mind. Sharon will tell me how many we got. Love to hit 100 every Monday night. I know you guys come through for me every Monday night to get me 100 thumbs ups. Help me out tonight again, please. Emma Cruises, I think, says Arc. Yep. SLGC Mets. Bullcraft Max, you're a wise young man. Sharon, thanks so very much. I appreciate that. Jonesy, sorry, Bruce, but you just cannot compete with her accent. No, or her looks. I can't do that either. Arc, and she's got a pretty pussycat. Indeed, or two of each, she says. Bullcraft Max, Sharon's loving this. Edward, where do you want to cruise when you can? Oh, man. We want to go on so many cruises. Jennifer and I want to go on a bunch of cruises. Panama Canal is on our bucket list. That's one. Additional Mediterranean, because it's Mediterranean for me. It would be my second. For Jen, she's never been. So yeah, Scottish Isles, and the Norwegian fjords. That's for sure. River cruising in Europe. That's another one. We got some thoughts. We have cruises we'd like to go to. Gregory, Sharon, Arc Adventures. By this time next year, we'll all have at least one more booster vaccine. Cheers to all of you, by the way. Thank you all for being here tonight. Bullcraft. Sharon, I wish other people my age thought I was wise, laugh a little, but I appreciate the TWB community a lot. Sharon, we're now up to 68 thumbs ups. We only have 32 to go. Guys, thank you for coming in here with these thumbs up. Please hit that thumbs up button for me. We only need 32 more to hit 100 thumbs up. We've got 104 people here. Please find a way to hit that thumbs up button. It's free to give a thumbs up. Nail it, smash it, bang it. Use your forehead on your keyboard, whatever you got to do. Sharon Bullcraft at TWB, well, places to go. We need our vaccines and our passports. Amy, I'm supposed to be homeschooling as I watch this. Homeschooling an 8-year-old, and I have a 1.5-year-old. I really need a cruise. I hear you there. Edward, group cruise in the future. Where and what line? Oh, I don't know. I don't know that. We had booked a Harmony of the Seas ship cruise, the Royal Caribbean Harmony of the Seas, from Port Canaveral for a week, and that got canceled. Then we had booked Odyssey of the Seas. We'd booked that cruise, I think out of Fort Lauderdale, maybe Miami, for a 1-week cruise, 8-day cruise actually, and that got canceled for February. So lost both of them, and now we have to hope for something else. Bullcraft, Sharon, so true. I can't wait to visit Tokyo again. Sharon, if I could just, Sylvia says, Sharon, if I could just keep hitting the thumbs up button several times, I would, but you can only hit it one time. And there you have it. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight and helping us out with the thumbs ups and your commentary tonight and visiting with us. Group cruise, where and what? I'll tell you. I would love to do one, of course, for North America viewers, obviously. I would love to do a cruise for my European viewers. That would be pretty cool. Meeting people from over there. Man, oh man, that would be something. Now, what cruise it would be? I would love it to be a Mediterranean cruise, perhaps. There's so many places to stop and see. Oh my God! But whatever it is, it is. By the way, everybody, Sharon says, don't forget to renew your passports early. It's taking 18 weeks to renew U.S. passports these days. Get queued up for yours with a lot of advance time, because otherwise you can't go anywhere. Sharon is saying, Sylvia, I love you. Gregory, I'm from the Scottish Islands, and I can confirm they are beautiful. And yeah, we would love to do a cruise in that region. I know Jen can't wait. The Hebrides, she's saying, 77 thumbs ups, 23 to go, says Sharon. We're getting closer to 100 thumbs ups, everybody. Thank you. Just got my passport at the end of 2019. I am good, says Bullcraft. Sharon, I have $500 next cruise credit NCL. I plan on using next year, maybe around May 2022. Right on. Jen and I got our passports. We're good until 2027, I think. We're good for a while. So we're happy about that. And we're looking forward to using them. We want to get going. Good job. Bullcraft, says Sharon. Kai Jai King, find insurance as a Canadian that covers cruising is insane right now. You might want to look at AAA. Check with the Automobile Association in your town. Might pay you to become a member if you can find a policy. Michelle, 40 more days till my cruise on Horizon, August 29th. Right on, Michelle. Oh, that's coming. Brian Whited, Scottish Islands also have some good whiskey. Apparently, they do. They have some good whiskey there. There's also some pretty good beer up there. There's some pretty decent beer in the UK area. There's some good beer. Bullcraft, isn't health insurance free in Canada? But we're talking about travel insurance outside the country. That's what we're talking about here. But health insurance depends on the province in which you live, is either free or it's very inexpensive, and you're covered. Yeah, you are covered for everything with no deductions, no copay. No, it's covered. It doesn't cover COVID insurance on a cruise ship. That's right. It doesn't cover COVID cruise ship insurance. That you need separately. Anyway, you have to look into it, folks. Nikki, we renewed our passports in early spring. Weird to see 2031 as an expiration date. 10-year passport. Jen and I got our 10-year passports too, but a few years ago, and that's why we think we're good till 17. We might be good till 2019, but I'm pretty sure we're good to 2017. Anyway, we got our 10-year, our big fat 10-year passport. We want to start using it, please. Yes, indeed, we do want to start using it. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. If you have any other cruise ship questions, let me know. Do the best I can for you. And if you can give us a thumbs up, please do that too. KJ, MSC Canada said to look at Tugo or Manulife, Tugo or Manulife. Interesting. Edward, 93 days on Celebrity Equinox, 10/20/21. Can't wait for the new refurbished ship. Should be a good time. That would be a nice trip. Sharon, it's also a good idea in the U.S. to get passport cards. They're good for cruises as well as ID for domestic flights. There's something interesting if you can get those. Very good. Something to think about, something to look into. Not bad at all. How are we doing for thumbs up, Sharon? Are we getting closer to 100? I'm hoping that the begging is working. If you could please spare a thumbs ups for us today, help this channel get to 100 thumbs ups tonight. That would be terrific. We'd love to get to the triple digits every Monday night. How are we doing on those thumbs ups? Are they coming in? What does it look like? Dawn is going on a cruise on December. On a cruise on the 24th. Right on. That's Dawn, our YouTube buddy. Don Terrace. Boy, I'm losing the names. Amy, what is everyone's must-see ports in the Caribbean and the Bahamas? Sharon, you got 81 thumbs ups. They're coming in. Bullcraft is thumbs ups to you. 29 to go, says Jack Bauer. You need 29 more. Michelle, I have both the card and the passport book. Where in the Caribbean do we like to go? Well, Jen and I have a soft spot for the Cayman Islands because we used to live there. But I'm not sure if... what's that? Love that rum cake. We love to. The last time we were in the Caymans, the one time we ever visited the Caymans on a cruise ship was on the Norwegian Epic, and we got off the ship and we rented a car, and we took the car for the day and we drove to where we used to live. We went to this townhouse community that we used to rent, and we went up there and saw the place we used to live, and then we drove in the neighborhood around the hood where we used to hang out, and then we went to Kirk's grocery store, the supermarket, the Kirk's supermarket, and we loaded up in the salad bar. We loaded up on food because you can buy the food in these plastic containers. It's a giant salad bar with warm food, hot food, hot food, cold food. Anyway, we had one cool container, one with hot container, and you can buy some jerk chicken and whatever you want.
Pineapple, mango.
Oh, pineapples and mangoes and peaches and salads and olives and boiled pickled eggs and it was just, so we load up on that. We grab a couple of cans of cola, Then we went across the street, across the parking lot to the liquor store, picked up some cans of refreshment, and then in the car, and we drove to Rum Point, which is the other side of the island. It was our own little day trip, and we hung out at Rum Point for about 2 hours, and we ate our lunch there.
Hammocks,
They have hammocks there in the shade.
octopus in the water.
Jen went swimming, and
It's lovely.
yeah, it's incredible. And then we drove back and got back to the car rental agency, dropped off the car. They drove us right to the port to drop us off. And then we got on the ship, and that was our day. And that was our private tour of the island. And that was great. A lot of memories, especially because our daughter was about 9 years of age until about 10, 11. And those were special memories of her and at that time. It was great. It was just nice to see it. So I'd love to see it again. Rocco, why must our passports expire at least 6 months after traveling? What is that all about? Jack Bauer, oops, 19. Sharon, Amy, I really like San Juan and Bacardi Distillery. That was fantastic. Gregory, my old passport is full of stamps. My new passport is bare. I want to visit the Cayman Islands so bad, says Bullcraft Max. Sharon, Michelle, it's good to have you both. You can't fly internationally without it. Kirk, I can see Yoko warming up in the bullpen. Bruce, look out. I want to go back to San Juan and St. Thomas, says Sylvia. Sharon, Amy Schultz, this isn't the Bahamas or Caribbean, but Bermuda is absolutely my favorite place in the world. It absolutely is for her. 85 thumbs ups. We need 15 more thumbs ups from all of you. If you can give us 15 thumbs ups, we would be over 100 today. Arc Adventures, Sharon will gladly take yearly booster if needed. Expat Grandma Marie, good evening. Hello there. Arc Adventures, good night. Bruce Rachel, thank you, Arc. You guys take care in St. Louis. Sharon, Rocky, it doesn't make sense, but you just think of your passport as being good for 9.5 years. You can't beat the system. That's just it. Arc Adventures, you betcha. Dynamo, what a wonderful experience for you and your wife, Bruce. It was pretty cool to go back and see it. We hadn't been there for about, oh gosh, this was 2015. We hadn't been there for 12, 13 years. It had been a while. Time flies when you're having fun somewhere else.
Yeah.
And so, of course, the downtown core is exactly the same streetwise, obviously. But it was kind of neat to drive around and go, oh, this is new. Oh, this is new. When did they build this? Kind of neat to see the evolution of the island. But yeah, it was nice to be back for that 6-hour visit or 7-hour visit. Sylvia, Sharon, I've been to Bermuda once, but cruised from New York City. Is that the only way to cruise to Bermuda from New York City? That was more than 30 years ago. Sharon, Sylvia, I know there are Bermuda cruises from Baltimore, and I think there might be cruises from other East Coast ports. Expat Grandma, watching right here inside my quarantine hotel room in Grand Cayman. Oh my gosh. SLGC Met, 96 thumbs up. So we only need 4 more to get to 100, the magic number of 100 tonight. Thank you, everybody, for giving us a thumbs up tonight. We enjoyed doing walking food tours in the Caribbean. Did a great one in St. Thomas and San Juan. Trying to remember, we went on our Caribbean cruise. We went to Oco Rios in Jamaica. We got off the ship, but we only went to the end of the pier. There was a bar there, and if you bought a drink or something from those guys, they would give you a free internet code. So I got a Diet Coca-Cola. Jen got herself a Red Stripe beer, Jamaica beer. And we got the internet code, and we emailed our daughter. I checked my messages. It was great. That was all we did in Oco Rios. We walked back onto the ship, didn't go any further. And then we were in the Cozumel on that cruise. And we got off the ship, and we walked across the street to a shopping mall, saw all the knockoff NFL memorabilia they have there, all the illegal knockoff crap. Went into a Hooters. They had a big Hooters there. Speaking of big Hooters, and we went in there and we ordered a couple of drinks and an ice cream, like a lava cake kind of ice cream dessert treat. And for that, you got the internet code. And then we checked emails again. That was like 4 days later. And so like free internet, and we hung up for like an hour. It was great. Back to the ship. That was it. That's all we did. We didn't do anything else. I've been to Puerto Vallarta 3 times. We've been to Puerto Vallarta. And the only thing we do is we walk off the ship. We get out of the port area. We walk across the street to this shopping mall. There's this beautiful shopping mall over there. It's a
Big
two-story.
Galleria.
The big gallery, right over the Galleria Mall is. And there's a Starbucks in there. And we grab ourselves a drink, and we desperately try to use their internet to no avail. Because there's 20 other people trying to use it at the same time. It doesn't work. Oh, gosh. Let's just walk around a little bit, and then we head back to the ship. Might walk into we walked into the Walmart a couple of times. Right next door is a Walmart. I go in there just to see what the prices are for stuff. You got to look at Mexico peso prices and convert to American. But I think I have on a couple occasions bought some Coca-Cola Light. You can't buy caffeine free, but you can buy Coca-Cola Light, which is Diet Coke. And I think I've purchased once a 12-pack, and I brought it on board the ship. They let me do it, no problem. That was many years ago, though. Bullcraft, have a good night, everybody. You take care, Sharon. Good night, Bullcraft. Swan, Sylvia. Too bad you can't cruise from North Carolina. It's straight across the water, and I live in North Carolina. It's right there. 98 thumbs ups, Bruce. Jack Bauer, 3 away from 100. Way to go. Sharon, Sylvia, Sharon, oops, I could cruise from South Carolina. No cruise ports in North Carolina. Jack Bauer, you have 100 thumbs ups. Sharon, Sylvia, I'm honestly not sure what the other ports are. It's worth asking a cruise travel agent, though. Amy Schultz, considering buying more Carnival shares while they're down, will hold them for a few years. Worth it. Wouldn't buy them yet. I'd wait for them to go even lower. They might go down to $10. They might go even lower. Yay, says Sharon. Rocky, Sylvia, I cruised to Bermuda from Boston many times. That's true, Boston. And I think you can occasionally go from Port Canaveral. I think so. Gregory, I think the 6-month requirement is for cases where you are stuck in another country. SLG, Sharon, sunglasses. I think you got the 100 thumbs ups, Bruce. Dynamo, Serenade is set to sail the first Alaska cruise today. Finally. Fantastic. That's great for the folks in Alaska. They've had a rough year and a half or more. It's been a long time. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Thank you for getting me to 100 thumbs ups today, as you always do. It's incredible. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for your comments and your best wishes, your kind words. Join us Friday night on this channel. If you're a member of this channel, if you're not, become one. But if you are a member, come on in Friday night at 7 o'clock Eastern. We're playing live trivia right here Friday night, 7 o'clock Eastern time. Every Monday at 7 o'clock Eastern, we have a live hangout show, just me and the members of this channel talk about whatever we want for an hour. And then I do this big show at 8 o'clock every week. Sharon, 103 thumbs ups now, Bruce. You are surging past 100. This is so cool. Thank you all for being here tonight. Join me tomorrow on my other channel, Stock Markets with Bruce. We talk about the stock market every day. I talk about the market in plain English. 8:30 Eastern time is when we start. And I do a 3-hour morning show and a 2-hour afternoon show. Usually 1 hour before the close is what I'm on. Sometimes I forget and go on 2 hours before the close, but that only happens once, like today. Anyway, we have a lot of fun over there too. Great show, Bruce. Thank you, Kirk Brunson, so much for all your support. Michelle, take care, Bruce. And Jen, stay safe and blessed. Thank you. You too, my dear. You take care of yourself. Gregory, good night, Bruce. Good night, Greg. You take care, buddy. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Thank you for all your support and the thumbs ups and everything else. Have a great night, Bruce and Jen. Thank you, Sharon. We'll talk to you soon. You guys have a great evening, everyone. Stay safe. Get vaccinated. Stay healthy for me, and we will get together real soon. Amy, you take care. Dynamo, always a good time with you. Michelle, good night. TWB family. Good night, all. From Sharon as well. All right, guys. We'll see you from Creston, British Columbia. We'll talk to you real soon. Good night, Dynamo. You take care, all, and have a pleasant evening. Nikki, you're my last good night. See you later. Bye for now.